Guys, what's up? Unrested back again, and I just wanted to make this little video in reply to a reply to a video I did for Watashiwa and Sandra no Sekai, and it was concerning Watashiwa was talking about reverse culture shock. And for those of you unfamiliar, when you come to Japan, you of course sometimes experience a little bit of culture shock. I think we probably all know that if we've thought about coming here or read anything about Japan. But what a lot of people don't know about is reverse culture shock. What is that exactly? Well, if you stay here a while, I would say a year or more, especially me, having not gone back to the States until I had lived here 5 years. I've lived here 8 years now, but I didn't go back for the first time until I had lived here 5 years actually. And there was a lot of reverse culture shock. It felt very strange to go back to my own country, and now I would even say I'm at a point now after 8 years, and I'm sure Hiko Simon and Victor could attest to this. You go back to your own country and it doesn't really feel like your own country anymore. And that's not necessarily because you're an expat or you feel separated or you feel so Nihonjin that you don't see yourself as an American anymore or wherever you're from. Hiko Simon's from New Zealand. What I'm saying is that the country changes while you're gone. Of course it changes. A lot of stuff changes. For example, when I left, there was still a place called Blockbuster, which many of you would know as the version of Tsutaya here, where you can rent videos. And when I came back, there was Redbox, and I didn't even know what Redbox was, where you had videos you could rent out of a little mailbox type looking thing. That didn't even exist when I left, so I came back and didn't even know what some stuff was. There's slang that I didn't know what it was. I had never heard it before when I left, and I came back and people were using slang I didn't know anymore. And then just, you know, old shops that were around your neighborhood. If you're visiting your parents' house, they open, close, shut. Move to a new place, new places open up, new businesses open up, and things change all around you. You come back and the neighborhood's not the same as you remember it, and the entire country becomes like that. I guess it's kind of like if you have a career move, it takes you to a different state, you come back and you visit your hometown, and you're like, wow, a lot's changed. Well, imagine if that was your whole country. And that's kind of how reverse culture shock works. You'll also find your attitude has changed a lot. I noticed when I came back I was a lot more polite. I think this is because I adapted to the Japanese way of just handling all different types of things as far as like customer service, how I interact with customer service people. I tended to be a lot more polite in my language, and I tended to be a lot more clear with my English. I didn't use slang nearly as much because not a lot of people in Japan understand slang if they understand English at all. So people said that how I talked really didn't fit how I looked when I came back, that I was very clear, very well spoken. I used very good verbiage and really sounded clear and crisp when I spoke as before, when I used to use a lot more slang and I guess just more esoteric and colloquial tongue in my own country. So that's some things you might run into when you go back. Reverse culture shock. If you have more questions about that, comment, hit like, or subscribe if you liked what you saw today. Until next time, I'm Unrested. This was Reverse Culture Shock.